Greetings, guest. Welcome to the Patriarchy, where we explore cinema classics fueled by predictive Hollywood programming and unpack how our favorite characters in cinema got egg all over their faces. I am your commentator, Dom, and tonight we're unpacking Rosemary's Baby. The cinema classic Rosemary's Baby debuted in theaters in 1968. The film is based on a novel written by Ira Levin, and the cult classic horror film we know today was written and directed by Roman Polanski. It's also worthy to note that Ira Levin also wrote the book Stepford Wives, a fictional story about free-thinking, intelligent women who are turned into robots to be slaves to their husbands. We'll unpack that one in another video. Rosemary's Baby starred 23-year-old Hollywood starlet Mia Farrow as Rosemary, and Mia starred alongside American actor 39-year-old John Cassavetes, aptly named Guy, her husband in the film. Let's examine Rosemary's journey through childbirth and how she is mentally and psychologically abused throughout the 137-minute duration of this film. At the start of the film, we see the young couple lovingly tour an apartment they wish to rent. Rosemary and Guy's interactions between each other start off as playful and light like most romantic relationships. After visiting the apartment, we see the couple having dinner with a friend, Hutch, who warns them that the building that they plan to move into has an eerie and dark reputation with witchcraft and death. They ignore this heed and blissfully move in anyway. 11 minutes into the film, we see that Rosemary is a young, beautiful, soft-spoken wife who likes to brag on her husband Guy's acting career and also enjoys making love to him right in the middle of dinner on the hardwood floor. While Guy is out on acting gigs and auditions, she makes house and gleefully greets him with a kiss, sandwich, and beer when he returns home each day. She's the perfect wife to this young man. What else could he ask for, right? 17 minutes into the film is when the couple first meet Roman and Minnie Cassavetes, when one of their neighbors is mysteriously found dead on the street. Guy and Rosemary are invited to the Cassavetes' house for dinner, and soon after that, the deceit against Rosemary begins. Roman and Minnie present as a friendly, harmless, quirky old couple, but not long after their dinner will we see how truly sinister they are. This is the perfect time to mention that Minnie is the perfect example of older women selling younger women right up that river. Minnie is completely male-identified and plays the perfect pawn to Roman in gaining Rosemary's trust. I mean, she's charismatic, lively, and what about that cake?
Oh my god, and the cake! How did you eat 2 pieces?
Rosemary knows there's something off and is unsettled by this couple's overwhelming kindness, but she can't quite place what it is. She even mentions this to her friend Hutch, saying, quote, "They are too friendly and too helpful." After dinner, we see a notable change in Guy. We'll soon find out that he sold his wife's body to the devil in exchange for a better acting career. Rosemary doesn't know this yet, and she spends a considerable amount of the film with egg all over her poor face. Guy represents a lot of guys. He's all about himself. I wonder if that's why he's named simply Guy in the film. Is this predictive programming at work? Soon after just a few meetings with Roman, Guy tricks his wife into thinking that he wants to make a baby, and with the help of Minnie, he drugs her so that she'll be raped by a satanic beast later that night. We even see Guy preparing her for this sick affair by disrobing her and removing her wedding ring. He then stands with the rest of the cult to watch his wife get defiled. Way to treat that loving wife of yours, Guy. After this sick turn of events, Rosemary becomes pregnant, but for the duration of the film, doesn't realize that she's carrying the spawn of Satan. Everyone else around her knows it, though. It's just her who's left in the dark. Guy, along with the Castovitz and their doctor, Abe Saperstein, gaslight Rosemary throughout her entire pregnancy, ensuring her that losing weight and experiencing horrific pain during pregnancy is normal. Craving raw meat and eating raw liver is normal. Her skinny, pale appearance, completely normal. But reading books and taking modern-day vitamins and supplements, now that's bad for the baby. Come on, Rosemary. This is a good time to note that even though you may want to shake her because she should know better, somehow this woman has become completely isolated from her friends. And later in the film, when she reconnects with people who genuinely love her and don't just see her as a vessel to carry Satan's child, is when she finally starts standing up for herself. Meanwhile, Rosemary notices Guy's demeanor towards her has changed. He doesn't look at her anymore. He's suddenly wearing pajamas to bed. And when she confronts him about it, he does what Guy does best, and that's a lie. Guy shows little remorse for the manipulation and lying to his wife throughout the film, and his acting career is on the up and up now, so what's the matter? He even admits how self-centered he is after Rosemary shares the news that she's with child. Now, the party is the first time we see people without sinister motives interacting with Rosemary. Guy keeps a watchful eye on her throughout the party, and she eventually breaks down and is comforted by her friends. Guy hates this and the fact that they're giving her actual good advice, like maybe you should get a second opinion on this pregnancy of yours. The party gives Rosemary the strength to stand up for herself. This enrages Guy, referring to her friends as a bunch of that need to mind their own damn business. Although the audience sees this from the start, it becomes clear to Rosemary whose side Guy is on at this point, when she demands to see a new doctor, and he replies by saying, "But that wouldn't be fair to Dr. Saperstein."
Not fair to... What are you talking about? What about what's fair to me?
During Rosemary's drama-filled pregnancy, her friend Hutch mysteriously passes away, but not before giving her the final clue to figure out what exactly is going on here. Guy rewards Rosemary's newfound interest by throwing the book her late friend gave her into the trash. Rosemary seeks out Dr. Hill, her sister's doctor, to deliver her baby. Although after hearing her story and theories about the plot against her, Dr. Hill thinks that she's just completely lost her mind and promptly calls Guy and Dr. Saperstein to come and get her. This is the point in the film that really pisses me off, because Dr. Hill dismisses Rosemary's truth and delivers her right back into the hands of her abusers. But that's bro code, right? Rosemary finally gives birth while completely passed out after Dr. Saperstein and Guy hold her down and shove a syringe into her arm. And when she comes into consciousness, everyone tries to gaslight her yet again into thinking that she's lost the child. But Rosemary knows the truth. And that truth is that this child is still alive. Just not the whole truth of who that child's father is. After giving birth, Guy tries to convince her that she's had the prepartum crazies, or whatever that means, and that he's actually a good guy and everything's going to be all right. And then he just starts gloating about his acting career again. I mean, this guy is a certified asshole at this point. We can agree on that, right? It's when she hears the cries of an infant coming from the Castovitz that leads her to think otherwise. I mean, they think that she's so dim-witted that they couldn't even be bothered to move her so that she wouldn't hear her own crying baby next door. She's gaslit yet again by a friend of the Cassavetes after asking if the woman heard a baby cry, and the woman just replies, What baby? I don't hear anything." Now, Rosemary may have egg on her face, but she isn't completely blind to this mess. In the middle of the night, she pays a visit to the Cassavetes, and this is where she sees the baby is a bit inhuman and learns that the child is someone named Adrian and Satan is his father. As the final blow to Rosemary, Guy has the nerve to get in her face and say, "This isn't so bad. I mean, you're not hurt, right?" And then Rosemary does what we've all been waiting to see her do this entire film, and that is spit in Guy's face. Rosemary is convinced to be a mother to this thing, and the film ends with a shot of her contently rocking Satan's child. Now, I would have rather seen this film end in literally any other way. Poison your breast milk, Rosemary. Throw the baby out the window, Rosemary. Like anything other than being complicit to this wretched situation. Now, there is a sequel called The Son of Rosemary that was also written by Ira Levin in 1997, but I haven't seen it yet. So at this point, I'm not really sure how the story continues. But if you've read the sequel, drop some information about that down in the comments below. What are your thoughts? And lastly, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives on fictional books and movies that feature women and byproducts of the patriarchy. Signing off now, your friend, Dom.